Alright, good morning guys. Give you guys a little rundown of what I got going on today. Gonna do a little bit of body work here and give you a quick walk around of what just rolled into my shop. We have a 2004 Ford pickup truck F-350 4x4. It's a stripper. I think it's like the XL model. No frills, but she's got a little bit of rust. Give you guys a quick look here. Typical Ford stuff going on, and Chevy for that matter, Dodge too. Got that nice bubblage coming out around the rear wheel openings on the bed sides, and a little bit down at the bottom of where the steel rolls in on the bed side, and along the bottom. It's a little muddy, I know it's hard to see, but looks like somebody's had a little rattle can fun on this truck at some point or another at the old used car lot. But we got that going on, and yeah, got some boinks. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but we got some dingers in the side of the bed. Both sides, pretty much the same deal going on. And then door bottoms. Oh yeah, more rust. Now explain to me guys how this happens. How does all the paint get broken off right below the door panel? I don't get it. Unless you're dragging a lot of mud and a lot of trash in that gets along your weather stripping over here. That might be the culprit. I don't know. You guys be the judge. But anyway, typical Ford and Chevy stuff. They put this little rubber weather strip on the bottom of the door here, and as luck would have it, rust. Big surprise. But yeah, she might need a little touch up on the bottom of the rockers. Paint starting to flake off just a little bit, not too bad. Probably from people beating their boots on it, getting in and out of the truck. That sort of deal, but all in all, it's a pretty clean truck. Like I said, it's an 04. It's got 175,000 on a 6.0 diesel in it. But it's a good running truck, so it's for a buddy of mine. We'll get her patched up here and see what we can get into. She's been beat around a little bit. This truck had to have been a work truck its whole life. We got a little dinger up here, and that sort of thing. Interior's not exactly perfect in it. It's got some holes in the seat, things like that. But all in all, I mean, for a stripped out work truck, it's a pretty clean truck. It didn't look like it got beat too hard. So once I dig into these bed sides back here, here's a passenger side. Just a little bitty bubble starting, but we all know what's behind there. Oh yeah, there's rust. So once I get dug into that, I will get back with you guys, and we'll see what we find later. Alright guys, back on the F-350. Just got the plastic bed rail caps off. I know you guys take those out before. Those are a treat. This one's had a coat or two of paint on her. Think they had trouble getting the bed rails off last time? Oops, yeah. There weren't many clips left on them, so I know they've been off at least once. But I think she's been painted before. Yeah, not good. But she's got a little peelage going on around where they were too lazy to take the bed caps off, and I can't say that I blame them. For a quickie special, probably a car lot special. Yeah, she's peeling there, and what do we got here? Yeah, you got some peelage going on that corner. So let's see what we got over here. That one don't look too bad. I mean, she's not real rusty, but I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to find out when I start grinding these wheel wells open where they're bubbling. I guarantee somebody's done a hack and pack special on it. This one probably either had a new bedside put on it at one time, or they did a really nice repair job, because it's only got one little bitty bubble right there. So yeah, gonna have to feather all that garbage down from where they taped it off before. It's not too bad on this side. I've seen worse. Obviously the other side's a little bit worse than this one is, but well, I'll get back with you guys in a little bit once we get her opened up, see what's going on. Later. Alright guys, we got her ground away to see what we can find. And it looks to me, let's see if the camera will focus for me, probably not. Everywhere we got like a little water spot like that, there's a pinhole right at the tip of my fingernail. And that goes all the way around. I expected it to be a little worse than that, but expected to also find some body filler in there too, but somebody just gave it a quick lather job and threw another coat of paint on her. So yeah, not quite sure how many coats of paint she's got on her, but it looks like more than 2. So that's what we got for now. I'll give her a little taparoo here with the hammer and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's pus. Let's see what this one's like. Oh yeah, she's thin. Let's try one of these other little ones here. That's not a very big pinhole. Yeah, but these up here, and I can see another one. Let's back the camera up here a little bit. Oh yeah, we got tissue paper up there. So we're probably, I'm thinking, once I get cut into it, that we're looking at maybe right up in here. We'll put a patch. I hate to put a patch on a body line like that, but something like that, so replace this whole area here. I don't think we need to get all carried away and go way up into here. That's just asking for a warped up mess. So we'll cut this out and stick our fingers up in there. I know what's behind there. Rust and seam sealer that's like a sponge. It's more like a foamy seam sealer. Same garbage they put in the crush pillars in the doors. Guys, all this stuff does is hold moisture. Gets up from the inside. This one's missing its rubber fender liners. But there's supposed to be a rubber fender liner that goes from these 2 holes here, and it comes down like to here. And then on the back side, that was the front side of the bed, and then same thing back here, we got 2 holes for a trim rivet or push clip, and that sucker would go all the way back down to there. Now normally I would say those hold the water more than anything, but if we look up into this fender opening, we got a drain hole right here. And when we get this guy all done, we're going to take oil and linseed oil and mix that together and put that in a chutes gun or undercoating gun and blow it all up in there so that it gets up in there real nice and oozes out. Where this pinch weld is right here, there's a seam in between the inner and outer right here. So we'll get it till it oozes out of there, and hopefully that will prolong the agony of this thing rusting through again. So I'll catch you guys on the other side. We'll grind that one off and see what we got over there. Alright guys, here's the other side. This is the passenger side rear wheel arch, and we're going to grind away at this. You see our one little bubble right above my grinder here, so we're going to see what we can find. Give the air compressor a second to shut off here, and I'll be back. Alright, we beat on her a little with the hammer, and it looks like maybe right here. That was my only bubble, and it didn't even go through, so I think that's just going to be a cut out a little round patch. Put it in there. Somebody's been into this bedside, and I don't know if you guys can see it in this light. Probably right up in here. Yeah, sand scratches. So why the heck, if they put a little skim icing or something on this, why they were way up into here with their bodywork, unless those are just in the primer, but they don't look too promising. So we'll feather all that back with the DA and see what the heck's going on up there too, because I have a feeling I'm gonna find some buried treasure up in there. So we'll get that ground out and see where it goes from there. Like I said, there's probably something buried in there, but only time will tell. We'll have to get the paint off and find out. Later, guys. Alright, so it makes you wonder what rots these things out. I see a bunch of leaves and garbage up in there and a big wet spot. Oh yeah, that's what's holding the moisture. Between that and we can't really see it very well from here. It's hard to get an angle on it, but there is a foam type seam sealer behind that. And that just wicks the water in and holds it there and rusts it from the inside out. So take a look at the other side and see if it's got anything going on. So we'll roll over there real quick and scope it out. Yeah, a little bit going on down in there. We got to get all that garbage out and get some oil in there. Yep, so that's what we got going on. We'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we cut a window in it where all those soft spots were, and there it is. There is your foam garbage seam sealer. Water holding. Whoa. All this crap needs to go, because all it is a wick for moisture. So let's open up in here. So there shouldn't really be much rot behind the top of this where my screwdriver's pointing right now, but yeah, that's got to go. So we will get her cleaned up and show you what we end up with once we get her cut all the way open. Alright guys, later.